Looking for financial insights you can trust?
How do you protect yourself as an investor? What's the strategy?
I think it's really simple. I think you just want to be diversified in your portfolio.
The Payne family brings real-world experience to every conversation.
Well, I think that's the problem right now is, right, a lot of people that are close to retirement, they're taking so much risks. And if we do get a big sell-off, it could derail their retirement.
Listen to the Pain Points of Wealth on the Red Apple Podcast Network.
Get Popeye's Scary Good Freddy Fazbear Box with garlic palm tenders and cheesy bites with marinara sauce. Or try the deluxe box with the cupcake cup and a 20-ounce drink and see Five Nights at Freddy's 2, only in theaters. Love that chicken from Popeyes. Limited time at participating U.S. restaurants.
Sunday morning, live long and prosper. Well, with us is Dr. Peter Michalos, and he's going to tell us how can we live another 10 years? How can we live to be 100? Well, Dr. Peter, what do you say today?
Well, one of the things is we want to live long, so we want to not get sick. And now we've entered a super flu season, it seems, and the cases are rising throughout the country. So today we're going to talk about an interesting topic. We're not going to talk about the medications for flu, but we're going to talk about things that you can do, the foods and the supplements that help to boost our immune system and help to lessen the symptoms of the flu. And one of the things, the all-time favorite, is chicken soup, but nobody ever talks about what's the science behind how chicken soup helps with colds. And it actually contains a compound called carnicin, and that actually helps reduce that congested, stuffy feeling in the nose and reduce inflammation. And chicken soup also happens to be loaded with vitamin A, C, magnesium, and phosphorus, as well as antioxidants. So that's really the mechanism on why a good bowl of chicken soup will always make you feel better when you have the cold and the flu. Another food compound is garlic, and garlic, actually, there's a medicinal reason. It contains a compound called allicin, which boosts the immune system, and it actually can slow the entry of viruses into our cells. So it reduces the severity and the frequency of the illness. And some of the other supplements we're going to talk about that boost the immune system, you always want to let your doctor know and consult with your physician if you have autoimmune disease of any kind, because you don't want to rev up your immune system if you have autoimmune problems. So the next thing we're going to talk about is something called elderberry, a natural berry that when it's cooked, it's helpful and it boosts immunity, and it helps fight colds and flus, and it helps support heart health, and it contains something called flavonoids and vitamin A and C, and it helps reduce inflammation, and it's been shown in some studies to reduce the severity of cold and symptoms. The other thing we talked about is zinc and copper, and why do they always combine zinc and copper? Because if you take a lot of zinc, it blocks copper absorption, so they usually end up giving it together, and that has also been found in some studies. If taken immediately right away, it helps slow down viruses from entering our body. The other thing is having a good soil-based probiotic, because we now know that 80% of our immunity is in our gut. And if you have a good soil-based probiotic, which keeps your gut microbiome in balance, that also helps. The other thing that helps is B complex, because B6 has been also found to stimulate and help and support white blood cell and T cell production, which helps you fight off things. And another one is called echinacea, which boosts the immune system and reduces inflammation, and it's been shown to have some modest benefits in sub-studies by increasing white blood cells and our natural killer cells, which go after viruses and cancer cells. And of course, last but not least, we're going to mention the vitamin D as a supplement, which helps fight off viruses and bacteria. And vitamin D actually turns out to be something called a pro-hormone, and it manages calcium, it boosts our serotonin, which is our happy hormone, and it helps shorten the duration of a cold. And another one is vitamin C. It doesn't block viral replication, but it's been found in some studies to shorten the duration and severity of colds. And the basics is you want to take your vitamin B complex, you want to take your C, you want to take your D, the right. D with the K2, right? Right.
And you
Yes,
want to take
that
the
helps.
zinc because it makes those vitamins act better.
Yeah, the zinc helps to block the viruses as they enter your mouth and your nose, and it slows it down. And additionally, green tea drinkers seem to get less colds because it's filled with all types of antioxidants and has antiviral properties as well. So green tea turns out to be a great thing. It also probably helps us to lose weight because it speeds up metabolism. And of course, a little bit of garlic in your food seems to also be helpful as well because of the compound called allicin that's inside it. And of course, stay super hydrated and try to do things like we talked about, keeping an air purifier that has a HEPA filter in the room that you stay in during holidays and the office space.
And the glutathione that you recommended a few months ago is what, once or twice a week?
Yeah, the glutathione was found during COVID. They found that the glutathione people who were in the ICU or got really sick had very low glutathione levels. And a lot of practitioners started recommending supplementing with glutathione, which is a powerful antioxidant, which also seems to help us fight off viral infections. And again, like you always say, medicine's going at warp speed, and we're learning more and more about how all these different natural products found in nature help to optimize our health and boost our immunity.
And the probiotic that is recommended, is that for every day or every other day, or what do you think?
They do have probiotics. I take one that's a soil-based probiotic that I do take every day, and we find that the balance of bacteria is very important. And another wild recent study found that one of the bad bacteria called P. gingivalis, when you find that in the oral microbiome, higher levels are associated with Alzheimer's disease, and it seems to get into the bloodstream through the gums, and it can cause brain inflammation. And a recent publication showed that bacteria, higher amounts, are associated with Alzheimer's. So we're learning more and more and keeping that balance. But because in the old days, people who lived on farms were healthier because their hands were in the soil, gardening, and in city life, we're not exposed to the good bacteria from the soil. So that's why a good soil-based microbiome probiotic helps with your microbiome. And there are tests like the gut zoomer test that integrative medicine specialists do that can actually tell you which good bacteria you have in your gut, and they can guide you and direct you to which proper probiotic to take.
Understood. Well, Dr. Peter Michalos, thank you very much for coming on, and thank you for getting our listeners to live longer.
Thanks for always getting the truth out, and the plan this winter is to think positive and test negative.
God bless. Thank you.
Take my word for it. I live there. Come to Florida. Get pre-approved right now with my guy, Michael Kotze. Call him at 561-441-2730. He's got Choice Mortgage and a great real estate team. Get pre-approved right now. Michael Kotze, 561-441-2730. Buy in Florida right now. Don't wait. Save money on state taxes. Make your move today with Choice Mortgage. Trust me, Florida is waiting. This guy's so good, he did my commercials in Florida, too. Mike Kotze, 561-441-2730. A ride.
Hey, Ryan Reynolds here for Mint Mobile. You know, one of the perks about having 4 kids that you know about is actually getting a direct line to the big man up north. Mm-hmm. And this year, he wants you to know the best gift that you can give someone is the gift of Mint Mobile's unlimited wireless for $15 a month. Now, you don't even need to wrap it. Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan equivalent to $15 per month required. New customer offer for first 3 months only. Speed slow after 35 gigabytes if network's busy. Taxes and fees extra. See mintmobile.com.